you're a business owner in South Carolina, hopefully you haven't run into many legal problems, but you might be wondering, when do I actually need a lawyer? So I'll talk you through some of the times people contact our office needing us. I'm Wesley Henderson with HH Law. I represent business owners in legal strategy, risk management, and day-to-day contracts, litigation, trademarks. We consider ourselves outside counsel for tons of businesses. They contact us for various reasons. Today, I'm going to help you understand when you do need a lawyer and hopefully when you don't. Hopefully, you won't need a business lawyer for many reasons, but one of the things we try to do is help steer businesses to avoid disputes. What that means is, for my career, I help businesses not make bad decisions because bad decisions usually cost money. So I'm going to talk through some of the most common reasons a business owner might contact our office. It might help you understand whether you need to contact me or another lawyer to help advise you through a situation. The first dominant reason business owner contacts me is unfortunately because of some sort of dispute. Whether it's a lawsuit, they've been served with a lawsuit, or gotten a letter from another lawyer, or they can feel it brewing. This can be with other businesses. It can be with business partners. It can be with employees. But there is some sort of dispute that they're unable to resolve that could possibly lead to litigation. So then they will contact our office, whether they have received it or something like someone hasn't paid the business. Contact us, say, what are our options? So the first step is understanding what are our options. These lawsuits, there's 100 different ways these things can go, but the earlier you contact the law firm, the better. What our law firm tries to do is to avoid that dispute going from wherever it is into that lawsuit world. Because once it gets into that lawsuit world, you're talking about some serious money on both sides that are going to be spent litigating and fighting over this. So we're always looking at, while holding firm, looking for resolution options to avoid spending that money. But that's usually the first most dominant reason we get contacted by a business owner is for some sort of dispute. The second most common reason business owners contact us are for some sort of contract or perhaps trademark, some sort of specific project, I'd say. So drafting a contract for an employee, drafting a joint venture contract, filing a trademark, filing an ABL, a liquor license, some sort of specific project or task that we will come on to help them accomplish. And that initiates the call to us. They say, hey, we've got this restaurant, we need a liquor license, so contact us. We are bringing on an executive role. We need to make sure that we have the proper agreements in place. They will engage us. We will sit with them, go through the contracts. Similarly, I'll call it number 3 is compliance. We will get contacted about what is the right way to handle this. Is this employee exempt or non-exempt? That affects how you pay them overtime or a set weekly wage. Questions about compliance. A lot of these are employment laws and other laws that might affect licensing and things like that. We get contacted to do the research. Sometimes in the same way we'll get contacted to do research on liability and the way a business is conducting itself, whether they'll have personal guarantees from clients, things like that. So we will evaluate compliance and kind of strategically advise them in that way. The fourth reason we get contacted is when someone's starting a business, particularly if you're starting with a business partner or several people. We'll get engaged to help write the agreement. What we're trying to do there is avoid business partner disputes. Unfortunately, they're extremely common. We have some best practices we advise to avoid these problems down the road. So we write operating agreements and that sort of thing. And often we'll add employment agreements for some of the owners to make sure we're extremely clear on who's doing what when we start the business. And if someone wants to leave, how do we set that up? You're trying to set up the rules before they happen, so it's not just a free-for-all that everybody's fighting once there is not necessarily a problem, but someone wanting to leave. Life changes sometimes. Someone might be moving, have a job offer. You want to set out good exit strategies for various members. The fifth reason people contact us is just as their ongoing outside counsel. We hold a limited number of spots for this. We charge a monthly rate, and they can call us for various things. There's things included in this. It's just a monthly fee. They can email us. Someone on our team will get right back. This is just helping work through not only legal questions, but something happened in a restaurant. Someone choked, and we're just curious how we need to follow it up, document it. We're having this dispute with an employee? Should we do a performance improvement plan? This contract came back to us, not signed. Can we still move forward? One is brainstorming, two is legal resource. This is great for a lot of different clients because they don't have to keep up with billing. Some months they can call us a bunch. They don't need us, don't call us. It usually balances out. There's a few things that are not included that, like if you're selling a business or litigating, that sort of thing. But that's just someone who wants the ongoing strategic advice, wants to be able to call somebody, wants to just get a second opinion sometimes. Even on non-legal matters, we've developed a very close relationship with our clients and try to be there for support in all the ways we can. So there you have it. Those are the most common reasons that a business owner will contact a business lawyer or contacts our office. Again, I represent business owners for a living. We help with strategic guidance, risk management, and the day-to-day of running the business. So if you need any help with your business, please don't hesitate. We'd love to meet you for coffee or contact our office and we can set up a consultation.